Hello and welcome to the channel. It is a new day and we're watching a new episode. It is episode 10 of Vinland Saga. It's called Ragnarok. And Ragnarok is an interesting concept. It is the end of days in Norse mythology when all of Loki's kids kind of rise up, like Fenrir is freed from the chains, Jormungandr is rising on the world tree, all sorts of things are happening, gods are dying, right? It is the end of days in Norse mythology. So I'm assuming a lot of deaths are going to happen in this episode. Now, let's see what happens. Without further ado, let's start watching. Yo. Oh, Thorkel. Bro, throwing them like handballs. Mm-hmm. True. He's provoking them to start the fight. Was his board up? I'm assuming. They're like, let's get provoked. He's provoking us, so let's get provoked. So, listen to the egghead. True.
そこで主は彼に言われたのです。あなたの剣を治めなさい。剣を取る者は皆剣で滅びるのです。
True.
神父、すまんが少し外してくれるか。
Once you pick violence, is hard. Like the saying, like in a lot of scenarios, once you start doing it, it is very hard to walk out of that life. Even if you walk out of that life always follows you.
ご心配いりません。冬になれば撤退命令がなされるはず。それまでのご辛抱です。神よ、どうか殿下をお守りください。
So kind of we have a pacifist prince, I'm assuming.
大将も精が出るな。また嫌がらせか。
せい、ラスゲート。 あっちが攻めてこねえと戦になんねえだろうが。
Yeah.
よ声が。まあ慎重になってんだろう。なんせあっちの大将はデンマークの王子様だしな。何？王子来てんの？あれ、言ってなかったか？
He's trying to save the prince. What is happening? Does he not like the king but likes the prince? Oh. What is happening? What is happening? He's imagining Vinland right now. Yeah. He's dreaming, I'm assuming.
またアーレたちが羊の番をサボっている。この間も一頭いなくなったって大騒ぎしてたくせに。そうだ、晩ご飯だ。父上を呼びに行かなくちゃ。父上！
ああ、そうか。もう冬至か。
Mm-hmm.
ずいぶん暖かいから忘れてたよ。ここはいいところだ。牧草にも不自由しない。移り住んで正解だったな。
姉上はここじゃ奴隷が手に入らないから不便だって言ってるよ。奴隷買ったことないのにね、うち。
あいつらしいな。
Mm-hmm.
僕はここ好き。ここに来てから母上も調子いいみたいだし。
トルフィン、
何？
お前は長男だ。母上や姉上を守ってやらなきゃダメだぞ。わかるな？二人ともお前の帰りを待ちわびている。そんな人がいてくれるのはとても幸せなことなんだ。わかるか？
うん。
だからな、もう復讐なんてやめろ。そんなこと、俺が喜ぶと思うのか？
So he knows. I'm assuming this is his subconscious, right? His own subconscious telling him the reality of the situation. That his father wouldn't be happy if he saw what Thorfinn was doing right now. So we'll see what happens. And there is a theory. You know how they say when you're about to die, your life flashes before your eyes. There's a theory that it happens because your brain is trying to show you your life, because it is trying to build your willpower, right? Because there is some belief that your willpower dictates those last moments of your lives. So your life, your brain is trying to think of moments it can show you to keep you wanting to stay alive. That is a theory. I'm not saying it's scientific proof, but it's an interesting theory to think about. Yeah.
父上どうしよう、襲われてる。母上、姉上。
He knows that if he gets too hung up here, doesn't go back, something could happen to his village. And so there is, so there's rational reasoning and there's emotions. And we know he's an emotionally impulsive guy. So we have to see what Thorfinn does.
俺の国じゃなかったな。暖かくて
Mm-hmm.
草原が波打って
That's what he imagines Vinland looks like. Will you go celebrate with them? They're raiding a village as per usual. November 10-13, outskirts of Bath, which is in England. It is a real place.
しかし何考えてんだろうな、うちの親分は。もう冬になるぜ。本体はとっくに北に引き上げちまった。だのに俺らだけ居残ってこんなしけた村つまんでる。
ま、
少しでも小遣い稼いで帰ろうってことなんだろう。
Mm-hmm.
もっとでかい町を襲おうぜ。近くにブリストルとかあんだろ。
バカか。100人ばかしで何ができるってんだよ。
あ？バカ。
Yeah, you have to consider it.
今バカっつったかおい。
お
Looking for a reason to fight.
耳だけはバカじゃねえみてえだな。
なんだとてめえ。
んだこら。
まあ今年はあと2、3個村を食って終わりだな。また来年に期待しようや。
あるかね、来年が。
あ、
俺たちはもう10年もイングランドを荒らし回ってんだぜ。
Mm-hmm.
特に今年は凄まじかった。イングランド王も国外に逃げたっていうじゃねえか。
Who was the ruler during that time? I don't know.
これはデンマーク王の勝ちだよ。
Yeah.
戦は終わりだ。
そうか、まだ早いんじゃねえの。
Yeah, you never know what might happen.
あのトルケルがいるぜ。野郎の嘘くせえ強さは見ただろうが。
トルケルね。確かに強えけど、そもそもありゃ俺らと同じノルド人だぜ。
Yeah, I mean,
イ
still.
ングランドをいつ見限ってもおかしくね。
First, you got to figure out why he's with them before you make those decisions.
こらこらこら、理由はなんだ、理由は。
And just in case you're worried I'm not watching the anime, here is OBS. Okay, so I'm looking at OBS. When I look to my right, I'm looking at OBS to make sure everything's fine. And when I'm talking to the camera, I don't like looking into the camera. I instead look at OBS. I feel like this feels more natural compared to just staring down into the camera. And that's just how the way I feel. Anyway, so there is OBS, and in OBS, I see myself and I also see the screen. So I see the screen. The video you're watching right now, this is pre-formatted in OBS. So I don't miss anything even if I'm looking here. Don't worry. He's the guy with good listening.
なんて。
Mhm.
そう言っちゃったか。じゃ仕方ねえ。どっちが死んでも後でちゃんとアシュラッドに報告しとけよ。
めんどくせ
Also, because I stream every day, I'm almost used to looking at OBS every 5 minutes. So okay, everything's looking good, everything's working. Okay, chat. Okay. So if you see me just glancing at OBS, that's just a habit at this point. I just look.
豊かな土地だ。夢に出てきた土地に似てる。アイスランドとはえらい違いだ。
Mm-hmm.
きっと今頃は雪が積もり始めているだろうな。
He's been pushing away that memory, right? He's been trying to force it down. He's been like throwing himself into revenge, not thinking about it. Now he's thinking about it, remembering
え。
it.
早起きだな、トルフィン。まだ日も昇ってねえぜ。
See, I want them to have a conversation. I feel like Ashlat is a raider. He's a bandit. He does evil things, but he's also reasonable in a way, right? Because he let himself be taken hostage, and like there are some like moments that make you think Ashlat is reasonable, right? He's not completely unreasonable brute.
あいつらが騒がしくて眠れないか。まあ、勘弁してやれや。ここんとこ行軍ばかりであいつらもイラついてたからな。たまにゃ ああして気張
By the way, if you keep if you like, if you see me stretching my arms like this because I have stiff shoulders for some reason. I mean, I sit all day in my computer chair. Obviously, that is the reason. But I keep trying to stretch.
気安く話しかけんな。てめえら最近勘違いしてんじゃねえのか。俺はてめえらの仲間じゃねえ。てめえは俺をうまいこと操ってるつもりだろ。今はそうやってうぬぼれてろ。俺に喉を裂かれてくたばるその日までな。
I was just talking about this.
怖いね。あのちびがきが俺にガン飛ばすとは成長したもんだ。
It's not just the fact that he's emotional, right? I mean, I understand he's emotional, but also survival instincts. The other person could fold you in half 4 times in a row and not break sweat, right? So the audacity to threaten them is something that doesn't make sense to me. Like, you know he won't do it, and that is why you are just lashing out, right? So what does that make you?
ま、
Lashing out because you know you won't have to face the consequence because you understand the other person has been letting you go for lashing out in the past. What does that make you? Right? He doesn't like to be treated like a brat, but he acts like a brat.
時間は若いお前の味方だ。お前は成長し、俺は老いる。い
Mm-hmm.
つかお前に負ける日も来るだろう。当然のことだ。どんな強者もいずれは死ぬ。
Oh, even the strongest tree with us someday.
この石これは今のイングランドの住人、サクソン人が作ったものじゃない。サクソンよりも前の住人のもの。
Mm-hmm.
強い民族だったそうだ。だが500年前サクソンに滅ぼされた。ローマ人だ。
Mm-hmm.
国の名はブリタニア。高度な文明だった。今よりもずっとな。
周りくどいんだよ。何が言いてえ。
せっかちだね。
You know the saying, right? Rome wasn't built in a day, but it fell in one.
年寄りの話は聞くもんだぜ。まあつまりだな。人間の世界は緩やかにだが確実に老いてきてるってことさ。
Mm-hmm.
ローマ人をサクソンが滅ぼし、そのサクソンを今度は俺たちが滅ぼす。かつてのローマ帝国の栄光は遠い過去になる。
Oh.
なんでもキリスト教徒どもの言うことにはあと20年もしたら最後の審判とやらが下るそうじゃねえか。
That happens like every few years, right? In 5 years, the world is ending. Wasn't the world supposed to end in 2012? There's a meme that world was supposed to end in 2012, but then we all reacted so violently. God started freestyling after that. Just doing random stuff, just pulling out drafts from the bin.
その日、人間はすべて神に殺され、今の世は完全に滅ぶんだそうだ。
Mm-hmm.
ラグナロク。
Mm-hmm. That is different. The Last Judgment is Christian. Ragnarok is Norse mythology. Last Judgment is when everyone's going to be judged, and Ragnarok is basically everything's going to be destroyed because all the gods will be killed. Everyone's going to be destroyed, like a whole thing.
見ろトルフィー、滑稽じゃねえか。 黄昏の時代の夜明けだ。
Mm-hmm. Sounds coming.
馬だ、一騎。
Who is?
フィンランドの兵か。
いや、あれ、友軍だ。
An informant?
妙だな。ここらには俺らしかいないはずだが。おい、待たれよ聞こう。我らはスベン王配下、アシェラッド隊。貴公はいずれより参られたか。おお、貴公は本隊所属か。我はクヌート王子殿下のラグナル隊。
Mm-hmm.
クヌート王子。この近くなのか。あいにくだが本隊はずっと北だ。もう本拠地へ帰りつつある。なら貴公はこんなところで何を。何ちょいと
Mm-hmm.
そこの村で小銭稼ぎをね。勝手に部隊から離れたのか。まあ固いこと言うなよ。馬も疲れてるようだぜ。なんなら新しいのと取り替えてやろうか。
They have a horse.
トルケルか。
ああ、もうそこまで来てる。数は500ほど。奴の直参だけ連れてきたようだ。
It's going to the prince.
辿ってきてる。もうじきマールバラに至るだろう。おい、マジかよ。500で本体がやりようきか。バカなのかトルケルって。ロンドンの包囲軍はクヌート王子の4000がいたはずだが。
Mm-hmm.
そんなもの、とっくに撃破されたよ。俺がその生き残りだ。
How do you lose 4,000 men? What? Especially when it's on like the battlefield. There's no like siege or anything.
奴らトルケルを先頭に砦から撃って出てきたんだ。
Even then. Mm-hmm.
どいつもこいつも熊みてえに強かった。誰もなすすべなかった。本体まで一直線だ。
Yeah, I'll take it. It's anime, so why would I try to argue the logic of it? But 4,000 men is a lot of people. You could go 1 to 5, maybe depending on how many they are. Like, it was like 3 ships. Let's say one ship had 50, right? What? How many ships was that? 3, 4, 5. Let's take 5, right? Let's be generous. 5 each had 50. And what is that? 25, 250. And let's take 300. 300 versus 4,000. You're still dusting them. Right? Let's divide that by 5 because we're saying 1:5. Right? So how much is that? That wouldn't make 1:5, but let's just say, right? For how much is that? 4,000 by 5. 8 5 is 40. 40. 5, right? 8. My math is going 800. They could easily handle 800 people. What are you saying? If they went 1:5, if they put like 5 soldiers on 1 soldier, they could handle 800 soldiers. That's like less than half of that.
安らかな眠りよ。その魂が救われん。
殿下、トルケルメがそこまですぐにここ。
They could put 1 to 10. Still have people. Because that's how basically ants work, right? Ants kill much bigger insects than them because they just swarm them. No matter how strong Thorkel is, his skin is still human.
王子様みっけ
Is it not like Christianity? Is that what it
ルー
is?
ト殿下はどうなった？
奴らの虜だ。トルケル軍と共にいらっしゃる。殿下を奪還すべく残存兵力が再結集を試みているが、集まった兵は400に満たない。士気も高いとはいえ、
How did he lose so many men?
これから本隊へ応援を頼みに行くところだ。貴公らも加わってくれ。今は100人でもありがたい。
How are you gonna pay them?
どうする？決めるのはあんただ。あしらって。
まったくおちおち黄昏れてもいられねえな。
はあ？
聞こえねえかビョル。ラグナロクの足音がよ。
Yeah. What is he gonna do? I'm not surprised by that. Surprised by that, by the way. Ashlad, he does insane stuff all the time. But what his plan is what I'm interested in. What he's going to do next. Will he side with Thorkel? Or like intervene? Or deliver the message himself and kind of elevate his own position after the war ends? What?
埋めとけ。こいつの乗ってきた馬もだ。
Just use the horse. Change the saddle. Change the saddle and use the same horse. I mean, they have like markings and stuff, but you can just say you found it in the wild.
我々は今からクルート王子殿下の救出に向かう。相手はトルケル以下500。だが他の部隊の手は借りん。ここが博打の打ちどころだ。クルート殿下はデンマーク王位継承権第2位のお方。どちらの軍に渡しても報酬はたんまりだ。お前ら想像できるか？デンマークとイングランド二大国の覇者が賜るご褒美よ。
Mhm.
他の奴らに譲る手はねえぜ。
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. He's going to save the prince and then elevate his own position.
どうすんだよ。焚きつけちまって。相手はトルケルだぞ。賞賛あんのか？
さあな。
さあなって。お前。
黄昏の時代だぜビョル。
Mm-hmm.
どうせならパーッと暴れてみようじゃねえか。
Yeah, I mean, just because you have no idea how to handle like step 15 or something doesn't mean you don't take step 1. You put one step in front of the other, take the 14th step before that step, and then you figure out step 15. My shoulders are so stiff. That was episode 10, Ragnarok. I didn't feel like anything special happened except the conversation between Thorkel and Ashlad. Not Thorkel and Ashlad. Thorfinn and Ashlad. Thorkin seems to be after the prince for some reason. Because of the zoom in on the cross, I'm assuming it has something to do with Christianity. Maybe he's not happy with the spread of Christianity, even up to the prince of Denmark. You know, maybe he's not happy with Norse Nordic religion being replaced. So we'll see how that goes. And that is it for today. Tomorrow, I'll see you guys with episode 11 of Vinland Saga. We'll see how Aslad turns himself into the failure, no, savior. Turns himself into the savior of the prince. And after that, we'll see if they manage to get reap the rewards. We are still seeing Thorfinn kind of uh, cope with the situation, cope with his own surroundings. I'm hoping he'll be set out on a journey, and which is something that I've been talking about for a few episodes now, because he's just been going from one event to a different event. Right, things just have been happening, but I don't see any overall journey. I don't see a hero's journey happening. Right, which I'm assuming once the revenge arc kind of resolves is when it'll start. Um, or they'll turn the revenge arc into some sort of story. Because we're at episode 10 and there are only 12, 14 episodes to go. Maybe it will be all about revenge. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to it. We'll see how that they'll explore that, and I really want to see what's happening in the village. And I'm also curious where Lief is, because Lief was responsible to meet the king of Denmark and report how Thor died to him personally. Right, so that is also something I'm curious to see. And yeah, that's about it for today. I'll see you guys again tomorrow with a new episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe to watch more episodes. And I stream every single day. Don't forget to catch me live. The link is in the description. That is it for now. I'll see you guys in the next one.